solving rational equations and inequalities. So we're going to be solving algebraic expressions like this. Now, you're probably like, Mr. Kuhne, I don't like fractions. Guess what? We're going to make sure they're not fractions. That's going to make our lives easier. So if I said 2/3 plus x over 4 is equal to 1 over 6, you probably wouldn't want to do that, would you? So the first thing we do to get rid of it is we're going to multiply everything by, how about 6? So I'll get rid of this. Now I'll also get rid of this. So we're going to get 4 plus 3x over 2 is equal to 1. Then we multiply everything by 2. 8 plus 3x is equal to 2. Now that's much easier to solve, isn't it? That one we can solve. That's not a problem. And we did it by multiplying by whatever the least common multiple was of the denominators. We're going to do the same thing over here. What is the least common multiple we have for these? What can I multiply both sides by to get rid of everything? Well, what can we break this down into? 4 times 12. So 4 times 12, we got 55 up here. We have 9 over x minus 4, and 7 over 12. So the least common multiple is going to be x minus 4, 4, and 12 gets rid of both those. So we're going to multiply everything by all of that. So 4 times, if I multiply this one here, 12 will cancel out. And I have 7 times 4 times 7 times 4 times x minus 4. 9 times 4 times 12. The x minus 4s over there cancel out though. You have 4 times 12 cancels out there, so we got 55 times x minus 4. Is this solvable now? That's going to be a lot neater, isn't it? So basically just cleared out the fractions. I'm going to get 28 times x minus 4 plus, let's see here, 36 times 12, 144 times 3, 420, 432, I believe. Check me on that. 9 times 4 times 12.
432.
Ooh, yeah. Then 55 times x minus 4. I'm assuming you can solve it from there. Do I need to show the distribute and combine like terms and all that? No? Great. We won't then. So, now we have to keep one thing in mind. What if we get 4, x equals 4 as the answer? Can we use that? Why not? So we do have to make sure that whatever answer we get here doesn't kill puppies up here, okay? Can't divide by 0, puppies die. All right, this one. We're going to do the same sort of thing. Oh, it's not scary.
You're moving quickly. You can't write things down that quickly.
This one over here. Same basic thing. we're gonna clear out the denominator. So we gotta figure out what these all have in common. What do I need to multiply everything by? Well, let's factor this. What does p squared plus 2p minus 8 factor into? Negative 8. What factors negative 8 add up to 2? 4 and negative 2. 1x over 4, or 1p I guess, over 4, 1p over negative 2, nothing cancel there, so p plus 4 and p minus 2. So, what do I need to multiply everything by? Multiply everything by p minus 2 and p plus 4. So p minus 2 times 1 over p minus 2 would cancel out, but we also got to take the p plus 4 times this. Then we get 1 times p plus 4. 2p plus 1 times, well, both those cancel out, so just 2p plus 1. P plus 4's cancel out there, so it's going to be 2 times p minus 2. The basic idea here is if we don't like fractions, just multiply both sides by whatever the denominator is, and the fractions go away. It's a basic property of multiplication. I can multiply whatever I want to, whatever I want to on this side, as long as I do it the same thing with this side. We're just getting rid of the number of the denominator so we don't have fractions anymore. Let's correct that, shall we? 7/3, right? There we go. That is what Mr. Andrew would call a whoopsie. All right. This last one, we're going to do the same sort of thing, except there's going to be, we got an inequality going on here. Inequalities are annoying, aren't they? That's okay, though. We're going to treat it like an equality for right now. So what am I going to multiply this whole thing by? Mr. Webb?
3, 4, x minus 2.
Multiply it by 3 and 4 and x minus 2. Great. So the first one's going to become 4 times x minus 2 times x, right? Minus 12 less than 3 times x plus 1 times x minus 2. Let's go ahead and distribute. Check my numbers there. Then we're going to get everything onto this side. X squared minus 5x minus 6 is less than 0. This factors into x minus 6 and x plus 1. So far so good? So our possible answers, 6 and negative 1. We got to find out what values of x will be less, will make it less than, make this whole thing work out. So, here's what we do. We're going to put them in here. Negative 1, 6. Now there's one number that we can't use. What number can't we use? 2. We're going to include that on the graph as well. And I want you to try, pick some number smaller than negative 1, and let's see if we're going to plug it into the original and see if it's less than. You pick somewhere between negative 1 and 2. Plug into the original, see if it works. Pick somewhere between 2 and 6. Plug in the original, see if it works. Pick some number bigger than 6. Plug in the original, see if it works. So, you two, pick a number smaller than negative 1. Plug in the original, see if it works. Between negative 1 and 2. Between 2 and 6. I've got a number bigger than 6. So, what we do is we pick numbers in each interval. I took big interval here from 6 to infinity. So I tried 10. Doesn't matter what I try, just got to pick some huge number. Some number bigger than 6. So I tried 10. I plug in 10. I ended up getting 3 and a third minus 1/8. Is that less than 2 3/4? No, it does not work. So that nothing in that interval will work. Then we tried 5. So 5 thirds minus 1 over 5 minus 2 or minus 1/3 gets us 4 thirds or 1 1/3. Plug in the other one, gives you 1 1/2. Does that work? 1 1/3 less than 1 1/2? Yes. Now we can't equal to. We gotta leave that open. It's also not equal to, so we have to leave that open as well. Try 0. Plug in 0. Work it out. They got 1/2 is less than 1/4. Is that your statement? No. We don't include that. Anything smaller than negative 1? They tried negative 2. So plug in. They get negative 5/12 is less than negative 3/12. Yes, that works. So the solutions to this are x is less than negative 1 and 2 less than x is less than 6. If you want to write interval notation, negative infinity to negative 1 and 2 to 6. That's the hardest kind of problem you're going to do. If you can handle that, your money. Big idea here though is multiply by the least common multiple of the denominators. Clear out those fractions. Fractions are our friends. They can also make solving very difficult. It's easier to solve a linear function. Solving a rational function can be difficult, so we're going to shift it into a form that's easy for us to solve. Any questions?